Ekurhuleni, we were impacted by this situation. We started feeling the effects of the peak seasonal demands on the 12th of September. At that time, it was limited to Benoni areas, talking about Crystal Park. We're talking about areas in Germiston, and some areas in the airport that were affected in terms of the water supply levels. At that point, they were just experiencing low pressures because the levels of the reservoirs were coming down. We are seeing liaison with our bulk supplier around the water. We all concluded that it was the seasonal peak that we normally get during the transition from the winter into the summer period, and that was going to be corrected with the reservoir storage that, rather the storage that we had in our reservoir that acted as a buffer to build on that. As indicated earlier on, unfortunately on the 15th we had failure of some of the pump stations. That of course affected areas like Germiston. It also affected areas like Germiston. It impacted as Randwater was trying to balance the supply to supply Joburg, Magali City. Obviously, they had to take some of the water from our system, and that resulted in us being affected. And then later on, we had Brakpan affected, Mapleton pump station, the power outage, and that affected the supply to Tsakani. It affected Brakpan areas. And then obviously, later on, we had the whole of Germiston also getting affected with a number of areas such as Sandwich, Primrose, getting affected. I think that was around the 18th, 19th of September. Going into the weekend, the supply there was limited and the reservoirs were coming down. As we talk now, the latest one, which is the Palmit pump station, which has been affected by the power as well. That has affected Germiston areas, that is Primrose, Sandwich, Bedford View. The upper areas of Primrose have been affected for a long time, and I think they are a victim again this time. So at the moment we have those areas that are of concern to us. We have managed now to bring supply to Etwatwa. We have managed to bring supply to Tsakani. We have managed to bring supply to Germiston. Lepton is also stable at this stage. So our efforts now are in the affected areas. We have supplied tankers that are in various places of concern, like the hospitals. We have also given tankers to the schools, and there are roaming tankers within the area. Some are placed at the malls, and we're hoping that the system will kick in as promised by ESCOM, that maybe they'll rectify the problem around 3-4 and get about. But let me say that the challenge that we also have is that, for instance, in the Germiston area, we don't have we have a lot of draw-offs that occur along the public mains. So when you have panic situations like that, it becomes very difficult even to fill the reservoirs. So we have been trying to balance the systems ourselves, and we have been communicating to say that this area is not going to be having water, trying to balance and make sure that everyone gets water. But I can say that the situation at this point in time, we're hoping that if nothing happens in the areas like Brakpan, in the areas Benoni, I think we have stabilized it. And going into the future, it's one of those things that we have to look into as a city in terms of integrating our network so that we can push water from one area to the other. So we can certainly say to our consumers at this stage that we have tried our best working together with Water as our bulk supply to stabilize the situation, and we'll continue to ensure that we also balance the system to make sure that everyone has good water. We are working in terms of the provision of water to those areas that are not affected, and we are having a communication in Viso with our mayor today to all those affected areas. It's starting at 6 o'clock in Germiston and Rappan. The mayor is going to be talking to the communities, and we are also talking to the councillors around, and we are talking to the media in terms of where people can find water and what stage are we trying to restore the focus of water supply. We really regret this situation, and it was like it just happened when we are having our peak demand, and then we have breakdown of our pumping stations, and we are saying to our communities, we really apologize for the inconvenience that has been caused, and we'll work flat out to make sure that they have adequate water going into the future. Thank you very much.